You can see it's 20 minutes after the market opened, and I had already lost around $5,000. Hey guys, today we're gonna go over a live trading recording from just a week ago. You're gonna see some blood in the water, some real losses, and some profits as well. But what's more important is that you're gonna see a day trader executing their trading plan with planned risks, entries, and profit taking. You're gonna see some real order entries and scaling, both on the long side and the short side, and managing multiple positions at the same time. If you watch this video till the very end, you'll sure learn something new about day trading. Before we start, make sure you drop a like at the bottom of the video and subscribe if you haven't already. Okay everyone, let's get this trading party started. But first of all, we must start by putting on glasses because without them, I'm blind. Okay, so you can see it's 20 minutes after the market opened, and I had already lost around $5,000. Now that's from, I think I was short 5,000 shares around the 520s breakdown and CRIS. And once you can see, once that pre-market high broke out, I just covered. You can see I covered some small and covered the rest of it here. But I was never back holding the stock short. I was already out from the 5,000 shares short around 530. Cut it for a loss. It sucks. It's only market open, already lost $5,000. Now you can see I'm actually long at this time. You can see, once that $6 held, that's where I had my first entry around 2,000 shares, around $6, and I added on the way up around 680s. So that gave me an average about 4,000 shares at around 656. And the goal is to, because on the daily on CRIS, I really thought it was going to push towards 8 and even 9 or 10. And that's why I was being really patient. You can see, I was already up decently on the day. If I just realized this long trade, I'll be break even. But I want to trade my plan. And my plan is a parabolic move above $8.09 and potentially going higher. Now, you're going to see that plan didn't work. And you're going to see that I lose out on the unrealized profits. But it's all part of the game. I'm trying to be patient, trying to let my trade work out. I'm not trading my P&L at this point. If I was, I would just close it out for break even. Because I really thought, you can see, we're pretty strong, and that's the reason I added up here around 760s to 5,000 shares, one more add. I'm checking on my other platform, Thinkorswim, just check out the daily levels. And right after I come back, you can see that split little second, I'm down, from 760s down to 750s. Now, at this point, I think it's still holding, and that's why I kept on holding it, right? We're not seeing the aggressive selling yet. And that's why I'm still long 5,000 shares with 6.81 average. And my goal is actually to add even more into the parabolic move. But you're going to see that we didn't get the move I originally wanted. On the platform here, you can see SSR trigger. It's also an easy to borrow stock across multiple brokers. And that's really part of my thesis of why I really thought this thing was can go a lot higher, right? Multiple factors. Now you can see me bailing on the long position. I bailed out the entire 5,000 shares, and I got out around 730s. So, I only locked in some small profit, but that was not what I was looking for. But the price action just isn't right. Price action is the key, right? If it was gonna be a true breakout to go parabolic, it really shouldn't have that much trouble bouncing back to the highs. But you can see we're hovering around 750s. We're just having so much trouble reclaiming that. So that's why I just cut it. I wanted to see, if we're gonna keep on holding and consolidate, I may join long again and to see highs. But at this point, I'm watching LAZR. I'm trying to scale in short around the 45s area. Remember, from the pre-market watches, I am leaning in short bias on LAZR because we're pretty extended on the daily chart. My ideal entry would have been, if it really breaks out to 49.50s. But you can see at the open, this thing popped to maybe 47.60s and then rejected really quickly. And I didn't want to chase down here, and that's why I'm waiting for the bounce to the 45s level or VWAP above VWAP level to start scaling in on the short side. And that's where, I'm short 1,000 shares around 44.86. Okay, fast forward, you can see that I covered small position on LAZR thinking that they were gonna hold $45. But once at 45, you can see it's rejecting right now. That's why I'm adding back into the short position. I'm short only about 1,500 shares, but I want to keep on adding. And you can see I'm still stocking CRIS on the long side. And you're actually going to see me lose even more money on CRIS. Now I'm seeing LAZR is rejecting 45s, and that's why I'm trying to add into it. The spread on this thing, could get kind of nasty, about 20-cent spread sometimes. So that's why I'm trying to scale in slowly without, just slamming it on the way down. Now you can see at this point, I tried to go back to CRIS again. 2,000 shares, $7, thinking that they were gonna hold, but it's not holding. You can see I'm gonna give up, and you're actually gonna see that I'm gonna lose even more on the long side on CRIS. That was a frustrating trade for me, just because, I had some decent gains on the long side and I just kept on losing it back. But LAZR, I'm being very patient. At this point, I'm only short 2,000 shares, around 44.74. The goal is that, for this 45 area, 45.50s area, if it starts holding, I'm going to cut it for a small loss. But I'm seeing that there's a lot of weakness around this area, right? You can see it cannot reclaim that level. So I'm thinking they're going to break down VWAP and flush down to the $41 previous day close and potentially below. Again, remember, this was all planned out pre-market before I enter the trade, before the market even opens. Now, CRS, you're going to see that I'm going to keep on losing more. If we fast forward around here, you can see around this point, you can see I slowly gave back more profits on CRIS. My 2,000 on the long side was down to $762. But I have my focus at this point on LAZR short. So I'm slowly trying to add into this position on the short side. Now, this is a very different trade than the CRIS on the short side from the opening trade. The time horizon is different. The trade planning is different. The risk is also different as well. And that's why I'm being more patient with LAZR because of multiple factors, the chart, and also the fundamentals and the daily charts, most importantly. Now, at this point, you might have seen earlier I located some NURO short. NURO, it's a low float stock. It's also on the pre-market watch list, but I prefer to just have a main focus. But I'll sometimes go in and scalp these small cap, low float runners. On the short side, mostly you're going to see that I'm going to try to scalp NURO. But my main focus, and I still have the most of my size in LAZR. Now, let's fast forward to this area. You can see I'm shorting small, just starter 2,000 shares on NURO, right? It's meant to be a scalp on the short side. And at this point, you can see, I'm watching this LAZR very closely. It failed the $44 level. You can see I added here, and now I'm holding comfortably for 2,000 shares. I'm not up a lot, but I'm trying to be patient and let it work out. You can see I kept on going back to CRIS and giving back more profits on the long side. Now, NURO, I'm watching this. I want to add the rest of the, I think I located 5,000 shares. I want to add the rest of the 5,000 shares. Sorry, 3,000 shares more on the short side on pops. And over here, you're going to see I'm watching LAZR, but I'm trying to add on the breakout here to 480s. I'm trying to add on the short side another 2,000 shares. But that you can see how quick that candle rejected the highs, and that's the reason I just slammed it on the bid to short 460s. And you can see after that third attempt breakout, we just flushed right back down. And that's why I didn't hesitate to just short on the bid, because a lot of those times, you see those failed breakouts once, twice, 3 times. How many times have we seen that just try to break out and then just slam right back down? So for me, that's a scalp, and that's a decent something comfortable. I'm okay with holding on the side while I'm nursing my position on LAZR short. At this point, I'm in this LAZR trade for about half an hour now, but the NURO trade and CRIS trade, I intended to stay in them for like 10 minutes. And that's what I mean by different trading plan will have different time horizon, and they require different kinds of risk according to your own risk tolerance and risk and trade planning. But for me, I'm looking for the big picture flush on LAZR, and that's why I'm, adding to my core position size, kind of, covering, but some very small, and I make sure to add back in on the short side if the trade is confirming. You can see it lower high setting up. The ones that, that 45 failed, we never went back to 45 to retest that. Now, I think at this point, it's very important to kind of be aware that at no point during this trading day am I trading my P&L, right? I was never trying to trade to make back the initial $5,300 loss from the beginning. I'm still just executing my plan. With this plan, I want to be patient. With NURO, I'm trying to be patient. With the rest of a small position, only 3,000 shares left. I'm just trying to let my winners work. Now, fast forward here, you're going to see I covered most of it actually, because I'm thinking that, okay, we're hovering around the 42s area. We might actually see a bounce back to 44. You can see I trimmed my position down to only about 275 shares. That's a very comfortable position. I locked in most of it, but I think the trade is not done yet. That's why I'm still stocking this stock. You're going to see me add back on the short side. And CRIS, I'm still messing around with this stupid stock.
And I'm still giving back profits.
Unfortunately, you can see on the position window, I closed out all my NURO trades. I'm all out. So right now I'm in, CRIS small, only 1,000 shares, seeing that if we're going to squeeze back to 7 and maybe highs. But unfortunately, the stock just kept on grinding in a channel all day pretty much. Now, around this time is where you see that I'm adding back to my short position. Nothing big, just adding back another 500 shares short around the 43s area, because I'm seeing that, okay, we're still staying weak, right? We're not seeing that major bounce we want to see, and the volume is still relatively low on the stock. So that's why I'm thinking, okay, like this, which might be more weakness coming in on LAZR. And I'm all out on my NURO shorts here, locking in some small gains, but my focus is still on LAZR. Now, fast forward here, you can see I'm adding on the weakness on the way down. I'm short about 1,400 shares with an average about 42.56. This is also around the time where Citron Research came in with a short report on LAZR. Now, some may call this luck, but I was already positioned on the short side. And luck is when preparation meets opportunity. So you can see I'm actually trying to add even more on weakness. I'm watching if we're going to hold this previous day close level around $41. If that holds, we're going to get a pretty big bounce. Then I want to short into that bounce. Or a lot of times, this stock is really weak right now. I'm actually adding on the weakness. You can see I'm adding on the weakness, just shorting the bid when the stock is very weak and it looks like it's about to flush. You can see volume coming in. We're testing the previous day close area around $40.90. And you can see me keep on zooming out of my platform to see where it was trading the previous day. That's where you can see some decent support and resistance levels from the prior day. My objective is to see how low this LAZR stock can break down to below previous day close. I'm actually not covering a whole lot. I'm still short from 40 to 14s with about 1,900 shares. It's not a big share size, but at this point, my average is all the way up here. I'm just trying to let it work. You can see I'm still not trading my P&L. I'm not locking it in yet because I think there's a lot more room to go. While we're waiting here, I know some of you might be wondering, this broker platform, the broker is Cobra Trading. That's my main broker. Now the platform is Dash Trader Pro. So you just connect them together, and that's how you trade live. If you're interested in signing up to get the same broker and the same platform, you can use my link below to get 25% off your commissions. That's a very nice savings right there. So you can see I'm covering into the flush around 39, 20s. I covered some, but actually you can see, I don't know if you saw it earlier, I re-added back on the weakness around here. So I'm back to 1,900 shares, around 41.50s average. But at this point, since my average is pretty decent, I'm willing to let it risk to previous day close area around $41, right? So even if I get taken out for break even on the last half, I'll just walk away with smaller profit. But if my thesis really works out, then I'm gonna walk away with a big win. And that should be the kind of results that every trader should be expecting, right? Either a small loss, small win, break even, or big win. So you can see I got short. The final 500 shares, that gave me about 2,400 short, around 41.20s average, and we're gonna flush right here. And what's more important as a trader is to just follow your trading plan and have those plans ready before you enter into the trade. And that's what's going to help you trade the chart in front of you, trade your plan, and not trading your P&L. You can see at no given point am I watching my P&L on the side, on the corner here, and trying to just break even on the day. And that's something I used to do a lot in my first 1 to 2 years. I just kept on trading my P&L, and that's the reason a lot of times the wins are very small while the losses are very big. Now fast forward here, I only have about 2,000 shares left. I'm covering into the flushes. I covered 500 earlier, around 38.70s or something like that. So I locked in a majority on the day. Let's see if this weakness starts to bounce. If it starts to bounce, then I'm gonna get out. But I think at this point, I'm trying to trying to milk as much as possible the final 1,000 shares. It's small at this rate, but it's a very good exercise to practice your patience and trying to let your winners run. 38.40s, you can see that I'm getting ready to cover.
Come on, cover. Lock it in. Come on, cover it up. Come on, the stock is bouncing. Cover it up. Okay, there we go. You're gonna see me just taking a bid and covering the rest around 38.30s.
And you can see at this point, I'm all out of my positions, and the stock is bouncing back to 39. I'm going to bounce back to $40 too. So that was a good cover. And over here, you can see it's about a minute before the market closes. I got short, just some small on the NURO, or only about 600 shares midday, and trying to see how low it's gonna fade. And I just covered up all of it and ending the day very green, about just a little bit over 5 figures. Nothing big. But it's a day where I'm very happy about the way I executed all my plans. And there you go. You just saw a real live trading recording with some real losses and real profits. But the most important key takeaway from this video is to plan your trade and trade your plan and manage your risk accordingly. Do not trade your P&L and do not trade on emotions. If this video helped you out, I'd really appreciate it if you could drop a like at the bottom of the video. And if you want to receive my free weekly watch list, you can sign up with the link below as well. Thank you guys so much for watching as always. I'm the Humble Trader, and I'll see you guys next time. Hey guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and the bad jokes. If you want to see more day trading content, make sure to subscribe and follow me on Twitter and Instagram for more. If you'd like to trade with me daily and get my free weekend watch list and trading journal, make sure to check out the links below for more resources. Stay green, stay positive, and I'll see you guys next time.